So here comes the second part of Mount LONGONOT hike. I'm glad you're here, guys. My goal is to share my adventures with you guys, and this being the second part. As you can see, it's already progressed. If you want to see what happened in the next part, or I got to the top of the mountain, kindly watch the first part of Mount LONGONOT hike. Mount LONGONOT is a mountain, a volcanic mountain that erupted long ago. Right now it's a major tourist attraction in Kenya, and it's very popular. Hikers, mountain hikers, forest hikers, generally adventurers usually come here to spend their weekend, their holiday, or just hobbyists. And this is one of my favorite places in Kenya. As the saying goes, guys, charity begins at home, and I believe that adventures begin at home as well. I can't appreciate the views from up here. There is no point for me to go and have my adventures elsewhere, like in Europe or outside the country. I have to exhaust what is within my country first, owing to the scarce resources in terms of adventuring, and also because I believe my country has among the best views in the world. As you can see, this is the other side of Mount LONGONOT from the peak Gamia point. I don't know whether that is the exact point name, but this place is called Gamia. Gamia is Swahili for camel. And behind the Gamia point, right behind, there is a small footpath there. And if you go there, you'll see a cross, a Christian cross, or so it seems. And the name is Tat Crux Dam. I don't know whether that is Latin or Italian, or I have no idea. Tat Crux Dam, Orbis, wherever. Those who know what that means, you can tell us in the comment section below. But I was very curious as to where a cross would be there. Maybe a certain bishop or saint was buried there a long time ago. I have no idea. Guys, another thing I should point out is that the soil here is volcanic, of course, so it's very loose, especially after being trodden over for years after years by hikers. So you have to be careful. If you don't have the sticks, the hiking sticks, you're going to have a rough time here. But as for me, being nimble and being able to jump and around, it was very fun for me, because I believe having those sticks, it's gonna be cumbersome for me, because the part that I had in these adventures that I'm not going to use my hands at all. Even if I fall, I'm going to pick myself up without using my hands, and luckily I never fell. My shoes, they had a good grip. The patches on the ground, it was adequate, and I never fell, and I thank God for that. As you can see, some efforts have been taken to make sure the soil does not erode a lot, but obviously it's going to erode regardless. But good job for those who did this, the Kenya Wildlife Service, and those who took part in laying these gibbons, so the erosion is taken care of. The only way to go about this, guys, is jumping up and down and making sure you don't crash in the bushes or the other adventurers around, because obviously you are not the only one. So you have to maybe make a small sound so that they can know you are coming fast. And they can stand at the side so that you can pass. That is the beauty about coming to these places. You get to meet people who are like-minded, people who came here for the adventure, mutual respect. You hardly get to see people having fights here or disagreements. It's either everyone is on their business, or if someone is more friendly, you're gonna have a good chat and you're gonna make even friends. It's very easy to make friends here because people here came for the same thing that you did, and you are very like-minded. As you can see the paths here, you could think that some buffaloes usually walk around here because the erosion caused by our feet, it's very, very massive. Also, don't expect to come here and go back home clean. The end of the hike, the state that we were in, a very, very sorry state, but the enjoyment and the views from up here, it was all worth it. On one side, you can see the crater. Walking up the rim of the crater, on one side you can see the crater itself. On the other side, you can see the expanse of the Rift Valley, and you can also see the Lake Naivasha. That is a very, very beautiful view from up here. It's just like having it on a plane, because the altitude here, it's thousands of meters above sea level. So looking down, you can see the savannas, you can see the escarpments of the Rift Valley, you can see the lake, and you can see miniature towns, very small. And that, guys, it's a way to have yourself humbled and just stand for a moment and say thank you, God, for your creation and for the chance to be up here. So hiking up the rim, you get to climb, ascend, descend, and it's very tricky. But the more tricky it is, the more zeal it's gonna give you. You're gonna get that adrenaline boost. So you can see, guys, this is the Great Rift Valley. The Great Rift Valley, stretching all the way from Egypt all the way down to Lake Malawi. I took photos along the way. On one hand, I had the phone taking this video. On the other hand, I had the camera, and I took photos most of the time of the rare plants I could see up there and the views that I could see from up there. And it was very, very amazing.
I'm on 17 Pro. We rock.
Guys, kindly subscribe to this channel so that we can have more adventures together. We'll be showcasing most of my adventures, and I'll be going to the extreme. If I am with other hikers, most of the time I leave them behind and have my own way, because I came here to enjoy. You might be wondering why I have my handkerchief around my face. This is because as soon as I got to the top, I instantly got a cold. I don't know whether it was because of the wind, which was very strong up here, or because of the dust, which was very, very smooth and very likely to cause one to have some chest pains at the end of the day and a very, very dry throat. So it's very good you come prepared, maybe with a mask. Also make sure your shoes, they have a very good grip. As you can see, if you are not nimble enough, you're just going to scream your way down there, and most of the time you're going to hurt yourself because you're going to fall on the escarpments, hurt your knees, and that is not a very good way to enjoy your adventure. So come prepared. The only thing I prepared myself with here, I came prepared only with a positive mindset, ready to enjoy my adventure and my strength, nothing else. My energy boost that I concocted earlier, glucose plus water. As I was taking photos, I gave my bottle to someone, one of my colleagues from work I came with here. And as I was running about, I forgot to take it. And so all these kilometers, I'm relying on my strength without any energy boosts. Let her breathe. That is the way I have come so far, and this is what lies ahead. And the views, guys, you just can't stop and just be mesmerized by how wonderful God's creation is. Don't forget, guys, if you can't have yourself running here, just come with the hiking sticks. They are gonna help you a lot to hold your ground. For the biologists, you're also gonna love it here because there are some plants here that are very likely not to be found elsewhere. Also, for the bird lovers, the birds up here also are very, very unique. So several, I have no idea what they are called, but they are very, very beautiful. They are sort of not used to people, so that's why when I came across them, they just flew away.
You see those people at that peak? Right there. There's one more here.
The dust here, guys, if you have if you have a problem with dust, perhaps you get yourself allergic reaction because of dust, come prepared. Have at least 2 face masks and some glasses too, so that you can't get sand and dust in your eyes. Also, wear light cloth. Light clothing will be good for you, so that if you wear something heavy like jeans, it's gonna be very hard on your skin. You know, your skin is sweating, it's tender, so the jeans rubbing against it, you're gonna get sore. Also, it will be cumbersome for you. Wear something light. If it's as sunny as days, just wear a light t-shirt or a vest. I didn't encounter any mosquitoes up there, but just come prepared. Like the Chinese guys I saw, but they covered themselves everywhere. They had their faces, their skins everywhere. They were covered up, plus very, very heavy bags. I have no idea what for. Maybe they carried supplements, but for me that is very cumbersome. I'm African, I'm a Kenyan, so my skin is gonna ward off any elements and any insects that come my way. And guys, I really enjoyed this hike. By the way, this hike was courtesy of Wanyama Magical Safaris, my friend's company, my colleague from work as well. And I came here not only to have an adventure, but also to support her. And I never regretted it because I had an amazing time. So if guys you want to go on a hike, you can search for Wanyama Magical Safaris. I'll put a description down below so that you can have them, you can contact them. and join them in their next adventure. I'll most probably be there as well. Guys, these are the views from up there.
Yeah, they are.
It was very humbling. Okay, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Subscribe to this channel and adventurers so that we can go on more adventures. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.